Yes, dear youngsters, welcome. What a beautiful thing every day to be with you, to study Bhagavad Gita and other things together, learn for our life. I really extend my gratitude, salutations to you, and also congratulate for you to be regular in learning this. Eternally, my wishes and prayers are there for your well being throughout your life, health wise, money wise, position wise, status wise, and mainly spiritually. So, yesterday India lost the World Cup. So, India, DIA, दिया है हमने ऑस्ट्रेलिया तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने लिया. So, crores of Indians disappointed in the ground visa. Our Prime Minister himself went there to give cup. You know what a huge experience it is. So many hundreds of things that can be learned. Main is what? You don't get too much attached to anything and expectation. You know? You may win 10 matches, but who knows the main match you may lose. That is the proof yesterday. Okay. Second is what? 10 matches you won. So be celebrating. In those 10 matches, every match won, you celebrate. For winning every match, you have done your best. That you celebrate. The same thing you have done in this final also, that also you celebrate. Now, when you have an opponent more powerful than you, God will vote him only, no? So 140 crores might have prayed for India to win, but the other fellow they deserve more. They are only 10 crores, the Australian capacity or population, or 15 whatever. So point is what? Our qualification, our ability, our performance on that day. If it is better than the other one, we win. If the other one is better than us, then we lose. Now, we lost, we suffered. They enjoyed, they won. But they have lost, we have enjoyed one, we have won. So we would have been happy. They were miserable. तो एक को तो miserable, एक को तो happy होना ही पड़ेगा. That is why there is always competition, losing, failure, misery in the outer things. Be ready, prepare in the mind, and then go. Play for play's sake. Don't worry. Like the captain said, we did our best, but it is not for us today. Though he's a wise person, he's a spiritual person. इसलिए उसको वो thought आया. Very good. Or the best sport where you never lose is your own spiritual unfoldment. Again, there's nobody other than you competitor. So if you have not done today, you need not feel insulted that you have lost in front of someone. You can feel guilty that आज का मैंने class attend नहीं की, but nothing is lost. Again, you can try, isn't it? So a big example. But then क्या है? Nobody can continue remaining miserable. If things go on now again, the Legend League started yesterday, and then you'll see the other one day internationals will start. Then T20, T10 होते again IPL will come. Then Champions Trophy, then Test World Cup. Again the other next World Cup will come. Again you try. So life is always remember knowing, learning, doing. Know what you want to achieve, learn how to achieve, and do what you want to achieve for that. जो होगा होगा, take that result, isn't it? So we have come second, but they are the team which has come ninth and eighth, also 10th. पर उनका तो दुख तो ज्यादा है हमसे. दुखी नहीं होना. You did your best, they did their best. So doing our best is the thing on which we have to focus. So doing best is the success. The outer success, it is decided by many factors. Many. है ना? Some factors you can understand, you can improve upon. है ना? In yesterday's match, the lenience, the lethargy, thoda sa. Every ball they have to be so dynamic as if to win. And that was demonstrated by the Lord through the Australian players. अभी ये लोग उनसे सीखना चाहिए. How they have stopped at least 50 runs, isn't it? Of ours. Boundary stop किए क्या क्या. We should have done it when they were batting. We were so lenient, lazy placement. So to how they are tactful in bowling to every batsman, slow, fast, leg side, right side. They did not allow us to bat. Same we should have done. Everyone should involve in that so much. Not that 240 हो गया अब हम जीत नहीं पाएंगे. Right from beginning pessimism. No. Even if you score 120, you should have zeal, we will defend that score. तो इस तरह से जीवन होता है. Isn't it? Anything it is tough. We should like, that almost how many days are over? है ना? 6-7 days are over. In the tunnel, 41 people, workers, laborers are there. They are also struggling to survive. The government also trying to make a tunnel to bring them out. That is life. Keep on working with full faith. They will be alive. They will come out safe. We let us pray for it. And in 2 days time it will take more for that machine to come and slowly drill it. You all know that thing. So from that yesterday's cricket and throughout life's experiences, keep on learning. Our job is to put effort. Bhagavan long back told, Karmanyavadikaraste mafaleshu kadach. The moment you expect too much results without a capacity and performance, you get disappointed. Then what mistakes you have done, learn from it, improve on that. That's it. They have done that only. Suddenly for 1-2 years they were lagging behind. Immediately WTC jeete, फिर Champions Trophy jeete, no this one. They have improved. And some fields are there, some people are made for success. Some fields we don't do. अब क्या करें? Like Olympic, Asiad game. All those European countries, they will win more of the things because the people are like that, the training is like that, like that. हमको थोड़े 4-5 मिले खुश हो जाओ बस. We have different fields of technology, science, airspace. इसमें हमको थोड़ा तरक्की है. So individually, collectively, what we can achieve in, let us focus on that, and our effort, our achievement is in putting well planned, well trained efforts. Clear mind that throughout life. Don't be having that competitive spirit and suffer. Okay. Now let us do like every day the four things. First one is our regular Sahanavadu chant. From today, I don't know whether we did it or not. Rudram we will do because Kartika Mahina is going on. So today, tomorrow it will take 2 days for the Lagunyasa Parayanam. Then Rudra Prashna, one Anuvaka per day we do. Bada Anuvaka hai to ek do bar, chota hai to 3 bar we will do it. So it is 11 plus 11, 22 Anuvakas are there. So our 15 days are spent in Rudra Parayanam during this Kartika Maha. It's a very, very powerful thing. Then our Geetha, we have seen 1, 2, 3 shlokas. Today we'll see 4 and 5. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Vibhaga, we are studying. And very, very attentive, conscious. You have to, and you know why are we studying this subject. We'll explain. Last but not least, we started our Pratah Smaranams yesterday. Atma Tattwa Pratah Smarana, one shloka we saw. Today we will do the second one. Okay? These are our everyday schedules. They are all meant for bringing your intellect to understanding, mind to purification, senses to be controlled, body to be active, all the faculties to be integrated through the Shastra Jnana, indicating to us how to achieve the outer goals and how to excel in spirituality, how to become a useful person for the world in culture, in values, etc. Not one, two, so many things we are learning in everyday's class. If you are alert, conscious, serious, sincere, then practice them, master them, implement them, then see the beauty that happens in life. That is your personal effort and choice. Okay? Let us start. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We have done. Now Rudra Pata Laghunyasa. Out of it, yes, this much we do. 3.5-4 minutes it will take. Meaning, I will not explain. It is invoking Lord Rudra before we do his Abhishekam through the Namaka Chamaka part. थोड़ा आप इंटरेस्ट दिखाओ, ब्राउज करो, आपको पता चलेगा. इन शॉर्ट, in this Rudra Pata, after the invocation and all, 246 or 47 times we do Namaskar to Rudra. That is Namakam, Namaha, Namaha, Namaha. Then the Chamaka Prashna mein, around 186 or 80 some number of the things which are required for our life and spirituality, we ask Lord Shiva to give. We do namaskar and propitiate him, and we ask him so many things for our life, and he blesses. That is why this Rudram, which has got three portions of Lagunyasa or Mahanyasa, then the Namakam and Chamakam, is so famous that in all Shiva temples they do every day. Shiva Bhaktas chant it every day. They do Upasana with the chanting of this and using it for Abhishekam. Wonderful and powerful. है ना. तो कभी हम मिलेंगे कहीं 1-2 महीने साथ में रहकर, ये सारे चीज उसके इंपॉर्टेंस सीख सकते हैं. यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, यू कैन ब्राउज थ्रू एंड नो इट. ओके, स्टार्ट. ओम शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अस्याम शुभदितोपात समस्त दुर्तक्षे द्वारा श्री परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थम समस्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातु अनुग्रह प्रसादेन उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध पुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद भागवत दर्शन आध्यात्मिक साधनानाम अनुभूति सनातन धर्म वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृते साम्प्रदायानां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्ति अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निश्चित अस्माकं सह समस्त साधक भक्त सेवक आश्रमाणां साधूनां संस्थानां गुरूणां आचार्याणां समस्त परिपूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्यादि सत्सत्ता संपदा शक्ति साधना सानुकूलता प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजयार्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां समस्त युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां सर्वेषां हृदये परमात्मानं प्रति देश धर्म माता पितृ सनातन धर्म शास्त्र गुरु प्रति भक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम लघुन्यासपूर्वक रुद्रस्य पारायणं गीता पारायणं गीताध्ययनं प्रातस्मरण स्तोत्राणां पारायणं अर्थाविष्करणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. आदौ रुद्र प्रश्नः लघुन्यासः. ओम अथ श्री रुद्र प्रश्नः लघुन्यासः. ओम ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय. ओम ओम अथात्मानगुं शिवात्मानगुं श्रीरुद्ररूपं ध्यायेत् शुद्धस्फटिकसङ्काशं त्रिनेत्रं पञ्चवक्त्रकं गंगाधरं दशभुजं सर्वाभरणभूषितं नीलग्रीवं शशाङ्काङ्कं नागयज्ञोपवीतिनं व्याघ्रचर्मोत्तरीयं च वरेण्यमभयप्रदं कमण्डलवक्षसूत्राणां धारिणं शूलपाणिनं ज्वलन्तं पिङ्गलजटा शिखामुद्योतधारिणं वृषस्कन्धसमारूढम् उमादेहार्धधारिणम् अमृतेनाप्लुतं शान्तं दिव्यभोगसमन्वितं दिग्देवता समायुक्तं सुरासुर नमस्कृतं नित्यं च शाश्वतं शुद्धं ध्रुवमक्षरमव्ययं सर्वव्यापिनमीशानं रुद्रं वै विश्वरूपिणम् एवं ध्यात्वा द्विजः सम्यक् ततो यजनमारभेत्. अथातो रुद्रस्नानार्चनाभिषेकविधिं व्याख्यास्यामः. आदित एव तीर्थे स्नात्वा उदेत्य शुचिः प्रयतो ब्रह्मचारी शुक्लवासा देवाभिमुख स्थित्वा आत्मनि देवताः स्थापयेत्. ओम प्रजनने ब्रह्मा तिष्ठतु पादयोर्विष्णुस्तिष्ठतु हस्तयोर्हरस्तिष्ठतु बाह्वोरिन्द्रस्तिष्ठतु जठरे अग्निस्तिष्ठतु हृदये शिवस्तिष्ठतु कंठे वसवस्तिष्ठन्तु वक्त्रे सरस्वती तिष्ठतु नासिकयोर्वायुस्तिष्ठतु नयनयोश्चन्द्रादित्यौ तिष्ठेताम् कर्णयोरश्विनौ तिष्ठेताम् ललाटे रुद्रास्तिष्ठन्तु मूर्ध्न्यादित्यास्तिष्ठन्तु शिरसि महादेवस्तिष्ठतु शिखायां वामदेवस्तिष्ठतु पृष्ठे पिनाकी तिष्ठतु पुरतः शूली तिष्ठतु पार्श्वयोः शिवा शङ्करौ तिष्ठेतां सर्वतो वायुस्तिष्ठतु ततो बहिः सर्वतोऽग्निर्ज्वालामाला परिवृतस्तिष्ठतु सर्वेष्वङ्गेषु सर्वा देवता यथा स्थानं तिष्ठन्तु मां रक्षन्तु ॐ अग्निर्मे वाचि श्रितः वाग्धृतये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि वायुर्मे प्राणे श्रितः प्राणो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि सूर्यो मे चक्षुषि श्रितः चक्षुर्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि चन्द्रमा मे मनसि श्रितः मनो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि दिशो मे श्रोत्रे श्रिताः श्रोत्रगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आपो मे रेतसि श्रिताः रेतो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पृथिवी मे शरीरे श्रिताः शरीरगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ओषधि वनस्पतयो मे लोमसु श्रिताः लोमानि हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि इन्द्रो मे बले श्रितः बलगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पर्जन्यो मे मूर्ध्नि श्रितः मूर्धा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ईशानो मे मन्यौ श्रितः मन्युर्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आत्मा आत्मनि श्रितः आत्मा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पुनर्म आत्मा पुनरायुरागात् पुनः प्राणः पुनराकूतमागात् वैश्वानरो रश्मिभिर्वावृद्धानः अन्तस्तिष्ठत्वमृतस्य गोपाः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. See how beautiful is Rudra part. If you do every day, how divinized our mind, our voice, our prana shakti, our indriyas, our buddhi, everything becomes. हर दिन करना है भक्ति श्रद्धा से. Good. Now let us do the third thing today. Srimad Bhagavad Geeta. We are into 13th chapter, first of the Jnana Shatkam. This 13th chapter's name is Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhaga Yoga. In these three pairs of things, Arjuna asks, which are very, very essential as regards spirituality is concerned, even that knowledge helps in the Vyavahara also. So, what is Prakriti, what is Purusha, what is Kshetra, what is Kshetragna, what is Jnanam, what is Jneyam? Hey Keshava, etad veditum ichchami. I want to know. So, Bhagavan took up first talking the Kshetra and Kshetragna. So, we have seen yesterday, Bhagavan told about what is Kshetra, what is Kshetragna, and who is he. So these three shlokas, once we'll chant, then fourth and fifth we'll chant four times, of which we'll be doing the study today. Clear? Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namah. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ विभाग योगः अर्जुन उवाच प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञमेव च एतद् वेदितुमिच्छामि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च केशव श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं शरीरं कौन्तेय क्षेत्रमित्यभिधीयते एतद्यो वेत्ति तं प्राहुः क्षेत्रज्ञ इति तद्विदः क्षेत्रज्ञं चापि मां विद्धि सर्वक्षेत्रेषु भारत क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञयोर्ज्ञानं यत्तत् ज्ञानं मतं मम. This we'll see summary of it. Now the fourth and fifth shloka पहले chant करते हैं. Okay. Yeah, they go together, therefore they have to be chanted together. Okay, 4 प्लस हाँ 4 बार आज करेंगे, 4 बार कल करेंगे. Just repetition and once, 5 times. Tat kshetram yaccha drukcha, tat kshetram yaccha drukcha, tat kshetram yaccha drukcha, tat kshetram yaccha drukcha, yadvikari yatascha yadvikari yatascha yadvikari yatascha yadvikari yatascha sachayo yat prabhavascha सचयो यत्प्रभावश्च सचयो यत्प्रभावश्च सचयो यत्प्रभावश्च तत्समासेन मे शृणु तत्समासेन मे शृणु तत्समासेन मे शृणु तत्समासेन मे शृणु. नेक्स्ट वन. ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव 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 हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः 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 हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः. टुगेदर. श्री भगवानुवाच तत्क्षेत्रं यच्च यादृक् च यद्विकारी यतश्च यत् स च यो यत्प्रभावश्च तत्समासेन मे शृणु ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. तो अर्जुन उवाच. अर्जुन आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन. प्रकृति क्या है, पुरुष क्या है, क्षेत्र क्या है, क्षेत्र क्या है, ज्ञान क्या है, ज्ञान क्या है, ज्ञेयम् एतद्वेतुमिच्छामि. दिस I want to know. O Lord Keshava, please tell me. Visa. Then the second shloka, Bhagavan Krishna give the answer. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetramitya vidiyate. So forget about all, you just think about yourself. He says, hey Kaunteya Arjuna, this body is there, no? Ye kshetra hai. And why it is called shariram, why it's called a kshetra, we have seen yesterday. Kshatatranat, kshayatu, ksharanatu, then kshetravatu, karmaphala, upabhoga, sadhanatvat. All these four meanings we have seen. Okay, idam shariram. Then what is the meaning of idam? We spoke to you. Idam can never become aham. Aham can never become idam. Hold on to yourself as aham, not the idam, and get lost in the idam. These are all we saw. आगे पूरा 13 से 18 चैप्टर में यही विभाग हमको दिखाकर what is we actually we are told to be identified with, what we are not, we are told to detach from it, because that's the cause of all problems. Okay, so Bhagavan said this one, idam shariram kaunteya kshetram. Now what is kshetrajna? Because Arjuna asked two questions. Etad yo veti tam prahu kshetrajna. So the one who is knowing this kshetra is called kshetrajna. Okay, this knowing kshetrajna only, identifying with it, jiva he becomes, that is you and I. You know, like I know the sharira, then I know there is a wound in the sharira, then I become miserable. So when I become miserable, who became miserable? The one who identified with that wound of the leg. But there is somebody who is aware of that miserable entity also. He is aware of that wound also. He is aware of the pain also. He is aware of the leg also. And who is he? He is actual kshetrajna. क्षेत्रम जानाति, वो फिर जानता है और उसके अलावा उसका कोई संबंध नहीं है. He is kshetrajna. Okay, kshetrajna himself becomes jiva when he identifies with the kshetra. And he is the one who, whatever is happening in the kshetra, he puts on his head. Then he suffers. Like yesterday cricket match. It was kshetra. We are all kshetrajna. We saw the match. Then if you identify with it, and that too preferring one team, and I am Indian and India team, then you have become the jiva by suffering the defeat. If you are an Australian, you enjoyed the success by identifying with it. But actually, the cricket which has happened is only a kshetra. We are only the kshetrajna. So remember, kshetra, jiva, kshetrajna. Kshetra, jiva, kshetra. Jiva baat Bhagwan zyada nahi bata rahe, because that is not the goal. Goal is to recognize kshetrajna. First point is this, beta. ये शरीर है, इसको आपाद मस्तक तक जो भी पूरा अंदर बाहर का जानता है, ही इज कॉल्ड एज क्षेत्रज्ञ. That also you explained yesterday, that Kshetrajna is aware of the body Kshetra from its birth to the death through all the modifications in terms of childhood, middle youthhood, middle age, old age, also in terms of health or in health or healthy or miserable, also in terms of black or white or tall or short or thin or fat. All of that the Kshetrajna knows of this body, the which is Kshetra. He is not having any sambandha other than knowing. If one remains like that, whatever happens to Kshetra, it is not happening to me, therefore I don't suffer. This is called Vedanta, crux, essence. This is what the whole Shastras tell us about. To remain as Kshetrajna, never identify with the Kshetra. Okay, this is the meaning Bhagavan told us in second chapter, second slok. Third one, he says, he took us to the very higher level. Ki this Kshetra, this Jiva is one per the body. Whoever identifies that body and body's happenings, he takes on his own and he suffers. But the one who knows even that Jiva, the Kshetrajna jo hum baat kar rahe hain, is not one per head, is the same Kshetrajna consciousness in every of the entity. That is Bhagavan says, I am that in the next slok. Hey Bharata, Sarva Kshetreshu Mam Kshetrajnam Vidhi. Please focus on this point, dear youngsters. In all the Kshetras, even the animal plants, yesterday, day before we explained, they have a body like a lion. It has a body. Then there is a Jiva in that lion who identifies that body, never feels hungry, then therefore according to its nature, he hunts out the animals and eats away. But is the tiger conscious or not inside? Then only it's moving, it's feeling hungry, hunger, is conscious of its hunger. It's conscious of its risk, it's conscious of its prey, it's conscious of its place to stay. अब टाइगर लायन तो दूसरों को अपने इलाके में आते भी नहीं देते. You know, they have some 6-7 kilometers of daira. Each one occupies that because they can't tolerate other people equal to them or superior to them. Even the tiger, tigress or tiger children also they get separated. Lion mainly, they establish their own zone. That is Jiva tiger. But in that, is the tiger conscious or not? And is that bird conscious or not? Is that monkey conscious or not? It is even a plant is conscious. I told you, it takes the sunlight, it takes the water, it takes the air, wind. Certainly, even whoever is sitting under its shadow, it knows who is he. And by nature it knows कि कौन आ रहा है. वो काकुलाड़ी देखती है, बोलती है अरे राक्षस आ रहा है मेरे को काटने को. And otherwise he sees the tree, he sees and says अरे पानी लेकर खुराक लेकर आ रहा है. So he is a Mali, he is coming to give me the food and water. है ना, like any animal circus में या घर में होते हैं. घर में होते हैं का अर्थ समझ लेना कि इज नॉट दैट मैन व्हेन ही टेक्स द फूड ऑल द टाइगर दे जंप. इन सफारियों में तो आप देखो या टाइगर का इतने बड़े बड़े दैट फ्लैश दे हैव टू थ्रो फ्रॉम द अबव, देन द टाइगर पाउंड्स टू टेक. द मोमेंट दे सी दैट मैन दे नो कि ही इज ब्रिंगिंग द फूड. So they're all conscious. I'm telling that point. That consciousness is called Kshetrajna in all Kshetras, which is one without second. That is me, Bhagavan Krishna is saying. Therefore, there are two things. One is what? One is Bhagavan Krishna being that Kshetrajna of all Kshetras, yet he is playing the play of Krishna role. Second thing is what? When one plays the role as a Krishna according to requirement, that doesn't disturb oneself to be remaining as Kshetrajna also. So, what is the lesson for us to learn? Why Krishna is bound, liberated, and we are bound? Krishna is liberated because he identifies himself with mainly the Kshetrajna. Thereafter, as Avatara Krishna, then only as another individual, like son of Devaki Vasudeva, or father of Pradyumna, or husband of these 8 wives, or brother of Balrama, friend of Sudama. They all after becoming Krishna Avatar. So he plays various roles. The base of all the roles is Krishna Avatara. Krishna Avatara has come from the Narayana. Narayana is nothing but pure consciousness, which is Sarva Kshetreshu Kshetrajna. The Krishna and Rama and all saints and sages kya hai? Final Kshetrajna they basically identify with. Thereafter requirement ke anusar, whatever they have to do further, they come in different rupa and form, and they do it. While doing it, they don't forget their essential self. Like a doctor or a lawyer, he is said to participate in a music or singing competition or any dance program. He does it because an extra talent, but basically he knows he is a doctor. In the same way, these jnanis, they know they are Paramatma, they are Kshetrajna, but the extra action they do in the world as a extracurricular activity, as a Rama and Krishna. You got that mind? So it's the two things are one. Behind Krishna, there is Kshetrajna. Second, by remaining as Kshetrajna, Krishna can play the role of Krishna. While playing the play of role Krishna, that doesn't affect the Kshetrajna identity. That's called liberation. Like a very good actor acting as a beggar in a cinema. That beggar thing will not touch him. He will act very pathetically, sympathetically, miserably. इतना वो करेगा वो. But it doesn't touch him. So too in other movie he acts like a Karodpati with such a Rolls Royce, Benz car, all huge palatial house with different suit, boot, coat and hundred servants around. That also will not touch him because these are all role plays. But the real thing is he is a self. He is an individual. In the same way, realize this point even though you are youngsters from now onwards. Okay, now the second line of this third shloka is बहुत essential है. What is it? He says, क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञयोर ज्ञानम यत tat jnanam iti mama matam. So in my opinion, the knowledge clearly, experientially gained of kshetra and kshetrajna alone is real knowledge. For the main reason is what? The whole universe is nothing but kshetra and kshetrajna only. Isn't it? Play of kshetra and kshetrajna only. इसलिए if he is known this, everything becomes known. Without knowing this, kshetra and kshetrajna, anything else known is not a complete knowledge. Therefore, kshetra kshetrajna का ज्ञान ही real ज्ञान है. Another meaning is same thing. You have not understood you are a kshetrajna, you have not known the world as kshetra, then with intellect, by somebody's misguidance, you are going on taking your things as this or that, you are doing a mistake, that will trouble you tomorrow. That's called ajnana. So kshetra kshetrajna or jnanam yat tat jnanam iti mama matam. You understand, Arjuna? Therefore, so many jnanas are there in this world. Mm, mm, mm. So kshetra kshetrajnyor jnanam yat tat jnanam matam mama means what? Actually, no, knowledge is that which liberates. Sa vidya ya vimukte. No, any knowledge of this world having gained, you get desires only. And desire makes you do the karma. Karma gets you the karma phala. And for that karma phala bhoga, you are helplessly pushed into one sharira to other, one place to the other, one circumstances to others. You have no choice. That's called bondage. So ignorance leads to bondage. Okay. Now, kshetra kshetrajna jnana if you get, in that you know you are a kshetrajna, other than you, everything is kshetra, and you need not get attached to it, you never get more bondage. Because I only remain as the knower of the kshetra, I won't create any attachment with it, I don't have any desire for it, I don't do any action, I'm not bound by the result. So, two things. Jnana gives moksha. Kshetra kshetrajna jnana alone gives moksha. Therefore, kshetra kshetrajna jnana alone is jnana. Therefore, any other jnana gained, but this jnana is not gained, that ye kshetra hai, ye kshetrajna hai, then you have not gained jnana, therefore you won't get liberated, you are bound. This is a very subtle thought conveyed here. Okay, kshetra kshetrajnayor jnanam yat tat jnanam iti mama matam. Anything you know, but if you don't know what is kshetra and kshetrajna, then you have not having the correct knowledge which liberates you. मुक्ति देने वाला यही ज्ञान है. So the whole world is kshetra kshetrajna. Therefore, if you know this, everything is known. And this knowledge alone liberates us, no other knowledge. Therefore, this is the only thing which is called as knowledge, because knowledge, if it is meant, it should liberate. That knowledge which binds you is not a knowledge. सा विद्या या विमुक्त है, उसको ज्ञान कहते हैं जिसे मुक्ति मिलती है. बंधन में डालने वाला नॉलेज ज्ञान नहीं है वो. You may call it as knowledge because it's information and all. At the deeper level is the knowledge, like you are having a knowledge of good eatable in the TV or YouTube, but it's not a knowledge because it is creating a desire in you and binding you. But if you have knowledge of a satsang in a TV, it's not binding to you anything, na? It is only telling your own essential self. So it's a bonding knowledge, नहीं है liberating knowledge. Therefore that's called knowledge. स्वरूप ज्ञान ही ज्ञान है, भाग से अज्ञान है. गुरु मन में रख लेना इस बात को. Clear? So then we come to the fifth shloka. First Arjuna's question. Second Bhagavan said, idam sharyam kaunteya kshetramityavadiyete etatyo vedanta kshetragnata. Then third one, kshetragnam chapmamini sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetragnyor jnanam yat tat jnanam iti mama matam. Now in the next two shlokas, Bhagavan introduces kshetra again. Then in the next two shlokas, okay, 6 and 7, he gives in detail what constitutes the kshetra. बहुत बढ़िया रहता है. So what is our job then? Making the list of all those which are mentioned by the Lord in the category of Kshetra. Know that they are Kshetra and I am the Kshetragnya. Kshetra is never disturbing Kshetragnya. Learn this practice. Do this practice of not getting disturbed. Like I tried yesterday. In half a minute I achieved it. What is that? When India lost, Arey yaar, kyun haar gaye re? Feeling. But I become just conscious of that thought of becoming miserable with all the knowledge that I identify with the Bharat India, therefore I am suffering. But identify with the humanity, good humans who have played well, they have won it. Whoever is. Sometimes ये लोग होंगे वही होंगे. फर्स्ट मैच अपने लोगों ने जीता, मतलब इंडिया ने, अब वो लोग जीते. So the moment that wisdom is used, immediately I adjusted myself, became witness of it, no more suffering. वो मजा है उसके बाद. Not even an iota of thought after that. That is Kshetra. Bhai, I am Kshetragnya. I only know her. So what? इससे पहले भी 1-1 विकेट इंडिया का गिर रहा था. I was just watching. What to do then? You are not player there. That is why India should win. ऐसा नहीं मांगना चाहिए. Indian players should play well. That is what should be the prayer. When they play well, then they'll win. But if they have to play well, then they have to go through a lot of training, lot of practice, lot of sessions, etc., homeworks. In that way, kshetra se atgar kshetra mein rehkar moksha mein rehna. This is the meaning of these three shlokas. Now the fourth and fifth, Bhagavan says introduction to the kshetra. We chanted just now. Today little bit I'll tell, more tomorrow. So इसमें क्या हुआ फिर? क्षेत्रज्ञम चाभिमाम विद्य सर्व क्षेत्रेषु भारत. ऑलरेडी वी हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड यस्टरडे. टुडे अगले पॉइंट में आते, पिछले पॉइंट को भूल मत जाना. What is the meaning of kshetrajnam chapmami sarva kshetreshu? In all the bodies, whoever is the consciousness who is knowing all of them, there is one without second. That alone is Krishna, and that alone is me and you also. That's called Brahman in the Upanishads. Atman, Paramatman, real self, substratum, Adhara, Adhisthana. अगर नाम कितना भी दे दो, that is Paramatma, that is Atma, that is me. Okay? Cross per point, and such things are not one with per head, it is one without second. And then this knowledge of Kshetra and Kshetrajna is real knowledge because it liberates. That also we saw. Now this Kshetra में क्या क्या होते हैं, that will be told to us in 6th and 7th shloka. But now in the 4th and 4th, Bhagavan is giving an introduction to what he is going to say. Okay, he starts. I'll just literally tell you tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, 1-2-4 में कुछ आए तो बताएंगे. He says, Tat Kshetram, that Kshetra, not only this body, whichever is will be object of perception now, yat cha, क्या है वो, याद दृक्चा, कैसा रहता है वो, यद विकारी, what are the modifications that happen in it, yataha chayat, where from it has come, where it goes. फिर सचयत प्रभाव, when that kshetra is there, what is its influence on the kshetrajna. Tat samasena, all these details in a precise form, not vyasena, samasena, in a shortcut, me shrunu, listen from me, hey Arjuna. तत् क्षेत्रमो यत् यादृको यद्विकारी यतः यत् यत् प्रभावः तत् समासेन मे शृणु. I am telling you in short, you just listen. Why should I listen to you? Don't listen to me. I'm not the only authority about these being the क्षेत्र told. मैं अभी तुमको क्षेत्र क्या है बताने वाला हूँ, वो मैं अपने हेड से नहीं बता रहा हूँ. It is having authority of so many. That authority Bhagavan shows in the fifth shloka to make Arjuna and all of us believe that I'll not believe Krishna because Krishna is not my God, I'm not his devotee. And I don't believe it just because Krishna is saying I don't wish to believe. But the fact is what? It has got an authority to say this is Kshetra, this is Kshetrajna. That authority said in the fifth shloka. He says, Rushabir Bahuda Geetam Chandobihi Vividai Pratak. By all the Veda mantras in the Vedas, Rishis himself have proclaimed, Baba, Ek Kshetrajna Karke. Brahma Sutra Padai Chaiva. Even in the Brahma Sutras it is written, Hetumadbihi Vinishchitaihi, and all the Hetuvadins have contemplated and discovered that Ek Kshetrajna hai, Ek Kshetra hai. So un sabka authority hai, not only mine. From that standpoint, now I am going to tell you in the next 6th and 7th shloka what constitutes Kshetra and later on what constitutes Kshetrajna. महाभूतानि अहंकारा बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च इंद्रियार्थशेकंच पंचचेंद्रिय गोचरा इच्छादेशं सुखं दुःखं संघातश्चेतनातु एतत् समासेन सविकारमुदाहृतम्. Those two shlokas talk about entire kshetra. Tomorrow we'll study. That's very, very interesting. And the whole thing, try to remember once, twice to have a clarity. The name of chapter is Kshetra, Kshetrajna Bhag Yoga. Arjuna asked the question about the 6 things. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Prakriti Purusha, Jnanam Jnayam. First Bhagavan takes out Kshetra, Kshetrajna. He said body the Kshetra. And then the one who knows it is called Kshetrajna. He has got 2 forms. One is pure Paramatma. Second is when he identifies with the Kshetra, he becomes Jivatma and suffers. And what is the meaning of Kshetra? Kshetratranath, Ksheranat, Ksharanat, and then Kshetravat Phala, Nishpannatvat, it's called Kshetram. And why it is called as Deha? Deha Upachaye. So everything is said. You have to remember it, contemplate on it, then relate that knowledge to your own self. Therefore, I am the Kshetrajna. What is Kshetra? I have only job to make it yield the crop which I want by following the rules of all the crops, etc. Like किसान जानता है कि उस जमीन से क्या उगाना, फिर वो रूल्स रेगुलेशंस फॉलो करके then he gets that from that kshetra. So in this body like named kshetra, I must know what to do by which I get the positive results for my life. These what are the corollary things you have to understand from this, which all we discussed. Okay. Then Kshetrajna kaun hai? The one who knows Apadamastaka is one without second everywhere. Bhagavan says that is me. So that Krishna alone is Parabrahma, we are all the Parabrahma. That Parabrahma is real Kshetrajna. Kshetrajnam chapmamide sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetra kshetrajnyor jnanam yat tat jnanam matamama. Then tomorrow tat kshetram yacha adrug yadvikari yatascha, in sabka aur ek baar arth dekhkar, then he will say, as I told you the list of 16, 18 items, all of that are always kshetra and you are the kshetrajna. So just know them and keep away. You just come into the world as coming to the exhibition. Just things are exhibited, you just watch them. Maja aayega, dekhkar niklo. Don't stop at any stall to get identified or attached. If yes, then you become the cause of your own suffering. This is what Vedanta says. Today we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll see the beautiful. As I told you already, it is not as easy as Karma Shatkam and Bhakti Shatkam. It is very tough internal subjective deeper knowledge. And the result of getting this knowledge is also so substantial that we just get the moksha itself. इस तरह से आप इस बात को समझकर धीरे धीरे आते हुए समझने का कोशिश करना. So we'll stop here. ओम तत्क्षेत्रम यच्चयादृक् च यद्विकार्यतश्चेत् सचयोत्प्रभावश्च तत्समासेन मे शृणु ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्निश्चितैः. So tomorrow when we come, just introduction of earlier shlokas, and these are also told, and the total complete picture will be conveyed to you. Thank you. We'll stop it there. Now we'll see the 3rd or 4th class of the day, that is chanting of PRATAH SMARANAM. Okay. आत्म तत्व और परब्रह्म both are one only. उनका सुबह सुबह स्मरण करने के दिव्य श्लोक 3 given to भगवान श्री आदिशंकर. As like yesterday, I chanted all the 3. Second one I explained today because first one we have seen yesterday. Then all the 3 once more we chant. Start. Om Shri Atma Tattva Prata Smaranam. Om Prata Smarami Hridi Samspuradatma Tattvam Sachet Sukham Paramaham Jagatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptama Vaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nachavutta Sangaha Pratar Bhajami Manasa Vachasamagамyam Vacho Vibhanti Nikhilayadanugrahena यम नेति नेति वचनैर निगमा अवोचुः तम देव देवमजमच्युतमाहुरग्र्यं प्रातर्नमामि तमस परमर्कवर्णं पूर्णं सनातनपदं पुरुषोत्तमाख्यं यस्मिन्निदं जगदशेषम् अशेषमूर्तौ रज्ज्वां भुजङ्गमैव प्रतिभासितं वै ओम शांति ओम श्लोकत्रयमिदं पुण्यं लोकत्रय विभूषणं प्रातः काले पठेद्यस्तु सगच्छेत् परमं पदमिति श्रीमद्शंकर भगवता कृतं परब्रह्मणः प्रातस्मरण स्तोत्रं संपूर्णं. सेकंड श्लोक. फर्स्ट आई हैव सीन यस्टरडे. प्रातः स्मरामि. यस्टरडे का 2 मिनट बताता हूँ, आज का 2 मिनट बस, काफी 4 मिनट हो जाएगा. फर्स्ट, प्रातः स्मरामि. अर्ली मॉर्निंग आई एम मेडिटेटिंग. Where are you meditating? Hrudi. In the Hrudaya of what you are meditating? Samspurat Atma Tattvam. That self who is continuously doing the spurana of Aham, Aham, Aham on that Atma Tattva, which is in my own heart, I am early morning smarami or meditating on. Then what is its nature? Sat Chit Sukham. And Paramahamsa Gatim. Those who have Paramahamsas, we have given up everything of the worldliness, we taken up sannyasa. For them, this Paramatma alone is Gati. Satchit Sukham Paramasa Gatim. And Turiyam is the fourth stage other than your Jagrat, your Swapna and Sushupti. This is what Samadhi Sthiti, Turiya Sthiti. Then yet that same Paramatma alone is Swapna Jagrat Sushuptama Vaiti Nityam. Always he himself goes through all the three avasthas of Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Then he says, that is Brahma, the pure Brahman, Nishkalam, without any parts in it. Aham, that is what me. Nachavutta Sangaha. I am not the assembly of any of the Panchamahamata Stula Sukshma Karana, which lead to this Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira. Stula Sukshma Karana Sharir mein nahi hu, ot Nishkalanka Parabrahma mein hu. That's what is the meaning of the first sloka. Second one also, Pratar Bhajami. Early morning I meditate on. See the contrast there. On whom we are meditating? Manasa Vachasa Agamyam. है ना? Manasa Vachasam Agamyam. That which cannot be reached through the mind as well as even the speech. Of that I am doing bhajana. With speech only, while doing so I am transcending the speech and the mind, trying to identify with him. कार घर में जाएगा नहीं, आएगा नहीं, लेकिन कार घर तक तो ले आता है ना. वह उतर कर अंदर जाना चाहिए. In the same way, Vani Mana never reached the God, but they take to a distance. Having reached there, you give up this car of speech and mind and jump into Paramatma on the seat of meditation. ये सब तुमको 10 साल का समझ में आएगा बेटा. धीरे धीरे सुनो. तो प्रातर भजामि, early morning I am meditating on Manasa Vachasamagamyam, that Paramatma which cannot be reached by mind as well as Vani. Then Vacho Vibhandhi Niklayad Anugrahena, it is the other way around, that is the presence of that Paramatma, because of whom all the speeches of all beings are expressed. No, it is like a Kshetragnam Shapma Vidhi Kshatva Kshetresha Bharata of Geetha. Vacho Vibhanti Niklayad Anugrahena. It is the presence of the Paramatma inside us, because of which the Vaka and other Indriyas are working. Here, Vachaha Vibhanti, the plural for the Vanis, speech is said to be at 4 levels. Vocally spoken is called Vaikari Vani. It is there in the mind, is called Madhyama Vani. It is in the form of Sukshma Samskara, is called Pashyanti Vani. And at the consciousness level, it is called a Paravani. तो परमात्मा ही परामाणी स्वरूप जो है वो पश्यंती मध्यमा द्वारा वैखरी के रूप में मुंह से एक्सप्रेस होते हैं. दैट इज द प्लूरल की वाचो विभांति. Other meaning of plural is any number of words I speak, all of them are there because of Paramatma. Another meaning is what? Any number of people in this world, there animals or plants, human beings or birds, whoever are making any speech or any sound, all of that is coming from Paramatma. That's the meaning of Vacho Vibhanti Nikhila Yat Anugrah. Then how do you reach to that Paramatma Tattva? Because of whom the Vani etc. is being speaking, okay, and which is not reached by Mansavasa. Answer is ki yam neti neti vachanaihi nigama avochu. Shastras indicate that Paramatma by the word neti neti, naiti naiti. That naiti naiti has got again 100 techniques. One of the famous is Atma Anatma. The Paramatma is the Atma. Atma cannot be objectified. Anything objectified can be anatma. Therefore, whatever is objectifiable, when you go on doing neti neti of it, separating it, distracting, leaving it, and getting withdrawn from it, you reach to a point which you cannot reject. That is called the Atma. इन दिस पे नेति नेति के द्वारा आत्मा को पाया जाता है. दिस इज आत्मात्म नेति नेति विवेक. सो टू नित्यानित्य सत्या सत्य जड़ चेतन. तो आत्मा is chaitanya swarupa. Therefore, whatever is jada, go on doing neti neti. You reach to a point which you cannot do the neti because it's not jada. Then you reach to the chaitanya atma. So to Paramatma is Anantam. So anything Santam, limited in time, you go on rejecting it. What is infinite in time that you discover, that says Paramatma. That which is modifying is not Paramatma, and which never modifies is Paramatma. So anything modifying, go on dropping by saying Neti Neti Neti, you will reach to that Paramatma, which is modification less. So while doing for the world, you do it as Neti Neti Neti. By saying Neti Neti, when you reject everything other than self, when you come to the self, every time you come to same self only, that it is me. This is the technique here. So yam neti neti vasane nikama avochu, that Paramatma whom the world Shastras have spoken as neti neti. Tam devadevam, who is the God of all gods, ajam unborn, achyutam never falls from his promises. Tam devadevam ajam achyutam, ahu agryam. And agryam is the first one before the creation, he alone was there. Atma vaidam agrama asita, the morning class we are saying in Upanishad. So that Paramatma I am doing pranam and salutation. Bhajan karna hai unka. So bhajami means I serve him through meditation. So pratar bhajami manasa vachasamagамyam vacho vibhanti nikilaya danugrahena yam neti neti vachanaihi nigama avochuhu tam devadevam ajam achyutam ahuhu agriyam. That Lord who is Devadeva, who is called as Agriyam, who is called as Devadeva and Achyuta and Ajam. Unborn, undecaying, form, primordial cause of everything, and Purnam, Devadevam is the illuminator of all the Devatas also. Then this is how the Shastras talk about him. On that I am doing bhajana, that is meditation. So Pratar Namami, Bhajami, Smarami. These are all meditations for the Atma Tattva. For other Devatas which we'll see from day after tomorrow, they are really Upasana, etc. will come. That we'll see that day. So very powerful Atma Tattva. Pratah Smaranam, chanting every day will give lot of purity. Nobody knows such great things are existing. You are lucky that you are listening. Listen 2-3 times, you'll get the meaning of it. I can tell this word by word slowly, which can take 4 or 5 days. So I do not do that. And when you find little taste of it, you yourself want to know. So either you go to some other person or come to me. That time बिठाकर एक एक शब्द का मैं फिर से सब सिखाता हूँ. What is the meaning of Pratah? What is the meaning of Bhajami? Now there are so many kalas are there. Brahma Murta is there. Ushak Kala is there. Pratah Kala is there. Arunodaya is there. Then Sandhya Samaya is there. Suryodaya is there. 7 kalas are there in the morning only. What is the meaning of Pratah Kala? Then Hrudi, है ना, उधर ऊपर इधर भी प्रातर भजामी. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ भजामी? मनसा वचसाम अगम्यम थोड़ा बता दिया है. वाचो विभान निकला है ग्रहण, इन हुज ग्रेस ऑल द स्पीचेस एटसेट्रा टॉकिंग. Every bird, animal is speaking because of his presence. In his also Madhyama Vaikar Prashanti. All the Vanis are because of the presence of the Paramatma only. Then how do you discover him? The Shastras say Neti Neti is the only Paddhati. Definition of the Atma are given, anything other than the Atma, those definitions are dropped, then you reach the Atma as your own self, because Atma is self. So yam neti neti vasane nivavochu tam devadevam achyutam ajam agryam ahu. That Paramatma is said to be unborn, undying, undecaying, primordial cause of everything, and the God of all gods, illuminator of all illuminators. On that Paramatma meditating. In fact, these shlokas really become so useful for meditation on the self if you can thoroughly study them, giving sufficient time. I have given you data. Each one of the sentence you have to work out for your understanding. You have to put those pains there. No pain, no gain without pain. So today we have done the second one. Tomorrow we'll do the third one, Pratar Namami. So let us chant all the 3 mantras once. Om Atastri Brahma Tattva Atma Tattva Pratar Smaranam. ॐ प्रातस्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वं सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयं यत्स्वप्नजागरसुषुप्तमवैति नित्यं तद्ब्रह्म निष्कळमहं न च भूतसङ्गः प्रातर्भजामि मनसा वचसामगम्यं वाचो विभान्ति निखिलायदनुग्रहेण यं नेति नेति वचनैर्निगमा अवोचुः तं देवदेवमजमच्युतमाहुरग्र्यं प्रातर्नमामि तमस परमर्कवर्णं पूर्णं सनातनपदं पुरुषोत्तमाख्यं यस्मिन्निदं जगदशेषमशेषमूर्तौ रज्ज्वाम्बुजङ्गमिव प्रतिभाति तं वै. This is the third shloka. प्रतिभासितं वै श्लोकत्रयमिदं पुण्यं लोकत्रय विभूषणं प्रातःकाले पठेद्यस्तु स गच्छेत् परमं पदमिति श्रीमद् शंकराचार्य कृत परब्रह्मणः प्रातस्मरण स्तोत्रम संपूर्णम्. तो कल हो जाएगा. परसों से वी टेक राम और कृष्ण वॉट एवर दे आर देयर 3 days. भगवान राम के 5 होंगे, माता ललिता के 5 होंगे, बहुत सारे देवताओं के 3. मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर दीस 3. प्रातः स्मरामि, प्रातः भजामि, प्रातः नमामि. इन दोनों में और 2 श्लोक होते हैं ना, उसमें प्रातः vadami will be there, which is not here, and another thing also will be there. So that's how they are 5. Okay, smarami, bhajami, namami, then vadami, and the last one is what? Namami, ऐसे कोई और एक होता है. When that stotram comes anyway, you will know it. Yes, friends, that's wonderful. We have done Pratasmarami, second shloka. We have seen Bhagavad Gita, the third shloka completely, fourth and fifth also. Meaning is told to you. 1 or 2 things will be shared tomorrow. Thereafter, Bhagavan lists out what are the things that fall in the category of Kshetra. Knowing that they are all Kshetra, and knowing yourself to be Kshetrajna, knowing the principle that Kshetra should not trouble the Kshetrajna. When will it happen? When Kshetrajna doesn't identify with it. So when you don't identify, associate with that, the Kshetra will not touch you. That's called as liberation. All these things we'll study further tomorrow. And then we have done, starting of today being Monday, Kartik Somvara, the chanting of the Rudram. We have seen the Lagunyasa, half of it. Tomorrow the remaining thing. Day after onwards, the Namakam will be chanted. So as I told you, one Anuvaka every day 2 or 3 times. Okay, I can Anuvaka karenge. ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यमौतोतैषवे नमः नमस्ते धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः. 3 times we will do it. I think I have done it 1 year back in our class only this thing. अभी थोड़ा थोड़ा मेरे को याद आ रहा है. एनीवे बहुत दिन हो गए, भूल गए. हम तो उसी दिन भूल जाते हैं सब कुछ. तो हर एक बार भगवान शिव का नाम कार्तिक मास में लेने में कोई आपत्ति नहीं होना चाहिए और बहुत हेल्पफुल भी है. And before that we have done our everyday chantings of Sahanavatu Guru Brahma. That way our class has been full of our spiritual information knowledge. Only a faithful person, regular serious person can listen, can grasp, can understand, can get convinced, can know the glory of this and can practice and can get experience which gives the bliss and liberation. Thank you. Yeah, wonderful. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति माप्नुयात् शांतो मुच्यते वन्देभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यनुमोचेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you, friends. See you tomorrow.